The more you disclose your pain, the more people might want to harm you. While it doesn't always occur, it is quite common for some individuals to derive pleasure from witnessing your suffering or even exacerbate it. This behavior, rooted in sadism and envy, regrettably exists in many and can indeed impede your personal development across various areas of life. Whether at work, among friends, or within the family, learning not to display your vulnerabilities can become your greatest strength. Picture yourself as a tree amidst a storm. The leaves may quiver and the branches may bend, but the trunk remains steadfast, deeply anchored in the earth. This represents the image of silent resilience that we aim to teach. Here we will discuss how you can grow stronger by showing that external issues do not easily affect you, where each challenge trains you to be like the tree. By acting as though nothing disturbs you, you are not denying the storm, but choosing not to let the rain drench you or the wind topple you. You will be learning to be the master of your own destiny, firm, strong, and serene in a tumultuous world. In this video, we will explore 18 Stoic principles of Epictetus, a distinguished and renowned philosopher you are likely familiar with. Additionally, I invite you to embark on a journey of self-discovery, where strength emerges not from the roar of thunder, but from the quiet light that illuminates the way. So, in the next few minutes, concentrate on the content and not on everyday distractions. Let's begin. Principle number 1. Listen twice as much as you speak. Have you ever wondered why nature gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth? Epictetus suggests that this is no mistake or coincidence, but rather a deliberate intention, encouraging us to value the voices of others more than our own. It is through learning from others that we progress in life, not by continuously echoing our own words. So, starting today, focus more on what those around you are saying and less on what you have been reiterating up until now. Principle number 2. Be ready for the worst. A major source of anxiety and its destructive effects is the belief that unfavorable situations await us in the future. We worry that our children will drop out of school, that we will lose our jobs, that our spouse will confess to having an affair and request a divorce, or that we will face other misfortunes like bankruptcy. The issue is that one day we fear one problem, the next day another, and so on. Life's journey, while offering joyful moments, also comes with inevitable challenges. Consequently, we live in a state of constant stress, triggered by different stimuli each day. This is where Epictetus comes in, with a proposal that is as drastic as it is effective. He suggests imagining that all these feared events have already occurred. What could be worse than that? By doing so, your spirit will develop strategies to cope, allowing you to move forward with confidence. Principle number 3. Be ready to fail because it is the only way to progress. We go to great lengths to avoid being seen as fools, but Epictetus offers a different perspective. According to his philosophy, being regarded as foolish can be one of the best things to happen to you, as it paves the way for significant professional and personal improvement. The Stoic philosopher emphasizes that overcoming challenges is not the result of a spontaneous reaction, but rather the outcome of a long journey of trial and error. It is through making mistakes that we can refine what separates us from excellence. Principle number 4. Be mindful of the perils of wealth. The riches we strive for often come with a stigma that few can escape. It's not just about opportunistic individuals who appear out of nowhere to benefit from our fortune, but also about those who feign friendship without genuine feelings. Money has the power to change people, and not always for the better. Once we attain this coveted resource, we acquire something previously unknown, and from that point, our spirit may begin to corrode in the face of moral decline. Principle number 5. Do not fixate on a solitary hope. Fortunately, we humans are inclined towards embracing diversity. In other words, there's no need to invest all our aspirations in a single ambition, as failure could be devastating. Epictetus therefore advises us to pursue multiple dreams, significantly enhancing our chances of success. Principle number 6. Always bear in mind that death awaits us at the journey's end. This counsel isn't meant to promote pessimism, but to remind us that death is the ultimate destination of all our endeavors, actions, and efforts. Once we grasp this, we might reconsider whether it's worth spending 2 decades of our finite life saving up to buy a house that, as burdensome as it may be, we cannot take with us when we depart. When death inevitably comes, just as we pack essentials like our phone, credit cards, and toothbrush, it would greatly benefit us to carry a small notebook with these Stoic principles. These teachings allow us to no longer view setbacks as calamities, nor life as an eternal reservoir of time at our disposal. Instead, we gain a more realistic perspective on our existence and undoubtedly make better use of our lifetime. Principle number 7, true wealth resides in a satisfied soul. Epictetus, guided by Stoicism, had a distinctive perspective on happiness, encapsulated in his famous words, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This insight is not merely a philosophical musing, but practical guidance to cease feeling distressed by the riches absent from our lives. By refraining from complaint and mourning over what is missing, we reclaim precious moments of happiness. Instead, we can express gratitude for all we have achieved thus far, often more than our eyes are accustomed to recognizing. Therefore, a wealthy individual is primarily a contented individual. Principle number 8, embrace humility in your journey. To truly learn something, one must acknowledge and confront their presumed knowledge. Epictetus urges us to embrace humility, especially in the pursuit of knowledge. Walking through life boasting of our perceived wisdom distances us from genuine understanding, which stems from acknowledging our ignorance about what we seek to learn. Adopting the perspective of a child, who possesses both wonder and a thirst for knowledge, allows us to approach everything anew. Principle number 9, small-minded people blame others. Average people blame themselves. The wise see all blame as foolishness. Thanks to Epictetus's insight, modern therapists now approach guilt as an emotion to be eliminated from our lives. The only way to triumph over guilt is to refuse to engage with it. The challenge lies in its allure. Blaming others or ourselves allows us to avoid the responsibility of rectifying our mistakes. However, only those driven by strong determination can resist succumbing to guilt while still taking accountability for their actions. Principle number 10, form alliances with successful individuals. It's intriguing how, when someone sneezes nearby, we instinctively move away, fearing contagion. Yet, we are less cautious about avoiding one of the most detrimental contagions we face daily. Epictetus imparted valuable advice on this matter. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to strive for excellence, as the behavior of others significantly impacts our mental state. Some individuals drain our energy and dampen our spirits, while others leave us invigorated and joyful. Therefore, one of the wisest choices we can make is to align ourselves with those who bring positivity into our lives, bidding farewell to those who have the capacity to make us regret our existence. Principle number 11, never forget that your responses shape your destiny. Our reactions should not be underestimated, as they unequivocally determine our success or failure. Epictetus emphasized this point strongly. He taught us that while we cannot control what happens to us, we have full control over how we respond. Misfortune can strike anyone, but it is our actions following its arrival that define the path forward. For some, a divorce might lead to despair and victimhood. Conversely, for Epictetus, it presents a golden opportunity for self-discovery. Remember, your life is not defined by what happens to you, but by how you choose to navigate it. Principle number 12, always fulfill your obligations. Each of us plays a vital role in society and the world. Just as the sun rises without needing praise or incantations, fulfilling its duty daily, so too must we fulfill our responsibilities. If we wait for pleas or accolades before acting, we fail both our community and ourselves. Knowing our tasks and understanding that others depend on us necessitates fulfilling our moral duty without needing reminders. Principle number 13, do not resent those who dislike you, simply disregard them. You are far greater and completely superior to those who criticize, scorn, or discriminate against you. Therefore, do not waste your valuable time hating such individuals. They do not merit occupying your thoughts. Instead, disregard them and become impervious to their attempts to harm you. Principle number 14, embrace simplicity. Why choose a modest lifestyle when modern times offer endless opportunities for luxury? The answer is more straightforward and logical than you might think. Wealth does not sustain itself, but demands constant commitment and energy to maintain a lavish lifestyle. In contrast, opting for simplicity frees us from the stress of meeting deadlines for bills, loans, and credit cards. Principle number 15. When you let others' comments and behaviors affect you, you surrender control of your life. Anyone who can provoke your anger becomes your master. However, they can only trigger your emotions if you allow them to. Epictetus teaches us that within ourselves lie many keys. Some lead to happiness, while others lead to emotional turmoil. It is this latter key that we unwittingly hand over to those who provoke us. The solution lies in erecting a barrier that shields us from being swayed by others' attitudes. After all, each person owns their words and chooses what they allow to affect them. Principle number 16. Prioritize friendship over riches. True wealth resides in genuine friendships, for they provide steadfast support even if material fortunes fade. Therefore, invest in nurturing authentic friendships, a wise choice for long-term fulfillment. Principle number 17. Always find the benefit in every situation. Epictetus once said, "Do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish that what happens happen the way it happens. Then you will be happy." This underscores not merely the option to extract good from adversity, but the imperative to do so. As long as intelligence resides within you, so too does the ability to discern and capitalize on opportunities presented by challenging circumstances. Consider arriving at work one day only to learn you're being let go. Rather than sinking into despair and blaming the universe, you have the opportunity to pursue that entrepreneurial venture you've long dreamed of, while fulfilling your remaining work commitments alongside less than ideal colleagues. Therefore, consistently strive to find positivity in any situation. This cumulative effort throughout life will undoubtedly propel you further than mere lamentation. Principle number 18. Cease worrying about what lies beyond your control. You possess ownership over your opinions, but not your reputation. You harbor desires and zeal for achievement, yet cannot dictate your possessions or success. Consequently, fretting and growing embittered over circumstances beyond your influence is a conscious choice to squander time. According to Epictetus, we are called to cultivate values within our control while relinquishing concerns over what fate manages. Stoic principles, invaluable for everyday life, guide us to face adversity with fortitude and curiosity, emphasizing practical application over idle speculation. I hope you found the video insightful, and if you've reached this point, share your thoughts with us in the comments. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Until next time.